They say Texas is a state of mind, and let me tell you, if that's true, mine's been barbed wire tough and the boundaries are marked as clear as daylight. My name's Shane Hollis. I'm 43, ex-Army firearms instructor, and the guy lucky enough or stubborn enough, depending who you ask, to own a 120-acre chunk of Texas just outside Travis County. This place, it's more than land, it's a legacy. My grandfather's Mustangs used to run wild out here, and he always said you gotta stand your ground or you end up with nothing but dust. The day he died, he passed it all to me, signed, notarized, legal as it gets. And while the north side's been overtaken by neat rows of plastic houses, my ranch wasn't, and never will be part of some homeowners association, especially not Creekstone Ridge, a place with more bylaws than trees, more attitude than decency. First I ever heard from them was this envelope fancy thing, gold trim, like they thought they were inviting me to the governor's mansion. Inside, a letter from Karen Mills, president of the HOA, claiming my barn and my flagpole didn't fit their aesthetic standards. Can you believe that she invited me to join their club and comply with their rules? I laughed so hard I nearly choked on my coffee, scribbled back respectfully no. This land isn't yours, and figured that'd be the end of it. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Next thing, I start getting these so-called citations printed real nice, demanding payment for violations I didn't commit. Shredded those. Then I spot a little black camera dome screwed to my gate. No label pointed right at my driveway. Not subtle. Next day, I catch two HOA guys in green polos standing outside my fence, one with a clipboard, the other with that look you get from a rent-a-cop who thinks he's judge, jury, and executioner. They tell me they've had complaints about animal neglect and want to inspect my land. I just step off the porch and tell them unless they got a warrant, they'd better get moving my shepherd's boon and dagger right behind me, looking hungry for trouble. The clipboard guy backs up so fast he nearly trips. But that night, another notice appears, taped to my gate this time, with a map and a big red circle around my entire property, like they'd just claimed it for themselves. Something inside me snapped. This wasn't about a barn or a flagpole. This was a straight-up land grab. So I poured myself a bourbon at noon, not from nerves, but because I knew what was coming and I wasn't about to back down. In Texas, you come for a man's land, you better be ready to go the distance. Then, things got real. At dawn, the gravel felt wrong under my boots. The gate hung loose, the steel lock busted clean through. Boone paced the stables with his ears flat, bad sign. Inside the barn was chaos. Hay, scattered bins knocked over, and my Mustang Beau bleeding down his flank, snorting and thrashing. That horse isn't spooked by much. I calmed him, checked the night vision camera I'd hidden under the beam, and sure enough caught two figures at 2:13 a.m. in black boots and HOA vests, jimmied the latch flashlight, sweeping stalls, trespassing plain as day. My jaw clenched hard enough to crack teeth. The sheriff said I needed proof of harm to file charges. Well, there it was. Sent it all to my lawyer and waited. Next morning, I'm out oiling my Winchester when 3 black SUVs roll up like some bad action movie. Out comes Karen Mills in a cream blazer, 2 goons with batons and old clipboard. She tries to hit me with the hazardous conditions line and says they're here for a community wellness inspection. I tell her flat out this isn't your community, not your jurisdiction. She smirks, calls it non-compliance motions. Her guard forward. He steps onto my porch like he owns it, eyeing me and my dogs. We can do this easy or hard, cowboy. He reaches for the screen door. Let me tell you, I moved fast. No warning, just stepped inside, grabbed my Remington, and fired a shot straight into the sky. The echo bounced off the plains. Karen shrieked. The guards froze. And I racked another round. Told them the next one hits the dirt at their feet if they cross my line again. They backed off so quick it was almost funny. Karen starts screaming about criminal intimidation, but I just tell her to call the cops. 15 minutes later, here come the flashing lights. Deputy steps out, hand hovering near his holster, state trooper behind him with that tired. Here we go again, look. Karen's wailing about me, pointing guns and traumatizing her security mascara, running like a bad soap opera. I walk out. Slow shotgun slung, hands up, cameras rolling. Show them the footage. Broken gate, injured horse, fake fines, trespassing at 2 a.m. The deputy nods, trooper checks my permits and deed certified and legal. Karen, now red in the face, tries to claim my land is included in their expansion map. I tell her a map isn't law, it's just doodles with dreams. After an hour, the trooper rules no charges against me. Everything was by the book. He says they'll investigate unauthorized entry by fake security. Karen erupts again, but this time even the deputy tells her she's lucky I only fired in the air. Still, I knew it wasn't over. Folks like Karen, they never let go when they lose. They just squeeze tighter until something breaks. I met my lawyer Vincent tough as a $2 steak knows his way around a courtroom. We dig in and find out Creekstone Ridge HOA tried to file an expansion package with the county. Even forged my signature on a waiver, never seen it, never signed it. Vincent gets a handwriting analyst, comes back, yep, forged. They even tried to pass off old animal cruelty photos from Arizona as proof against my ranch watermark and all. The security guard's not licensed one with a sealed assault record. Karen's playing with fire. We file suit, fraud, harassment, trespassing, criminal forgery. News spreads fast. Neighbors start slipping me HOA meeting minutes. Karen's board is splitting, people resigning, the whole thing's falling apart. A local reporter shows up. I tell him everything. That night I post my story online, not expecting much, but within days my inbox fills up, dozens of people, same stories, same HOA tricks. So I start the Free Landowners Coalition, put up flyers, nail one to my gate, defend what's yours. Vincent grins, says they picked the wrong cowboy. When the trial comes, the courthouse is packed. Karen with 2 fancy lawyers, me in my best denim, Vincent ready to strike. He lays it out. My land never belonged to Creekstone Ridge, all their claims built on lies and forged papers. Footage rolls, fake security guards, forged forms, Karen's own words caught on camera. Even the old HOA secretary testifies that Karen orchestrated the forgery. Karen's lawyers tried to paint me as a trigger-happy recluse, play the video of my warning shots, but Vincent breaks it down. Shots in the air, not at people, all legal, all provoked by real threats. Zoning officer testifies. My land's never been annexed. Analyst confirms forgery, and when I take the stand, I just tell it plain. This land's my family, and I stood up because no one else was going to. Jury comes back in 4 hours, finds for me on every count. Judge wastes no time. Karen gets 18 months in county jail, owes me $280,000 in damages. She's shocked, but I'm not celebrating. If anything, I'm bracing for the next hit. Sure enough, a week later, I start finding threats, dead squirrel at the gate, cut wires on my cameras, late-night noises that don't feel right. One night around 3 a.m., I catch 2 masked men with a crowbar and a gas can sneaking to my barn. Arsonists sent by Karen, now acting from jail like some cartoon villain who never got the memo. I stop them cold. Winchester aimed low, zip ties ready. Call the sheriff. One cracks under pressure, admits they were paid by a woman with a burner phone. Make it hurt. Burn the barn. Cops trace it. Karen again. She gets dragged back in federal court this time. 10 more years, no parole, and her hired thugs get their own sentences. Sometimes karma shows up wearing a badge. Life calms down. I fix the barn ad, floodlights, motion sensors, and the kind of siren you can hear in the next county. Folks call it overkill, but I call it peace of mind. Built a new sign 6 feet wide, says, "You're not in an HOA. You're in Texas. Respect the fence or leave in a flatbed." Became a local legend. People take selfies with it, some ask for copies. The coalition grows. We meet in my barn, ranchers, vets, retirees, even a judge or two. The myth spreads, reporter calls me the cowboy who shot in the air and hit a system. Even the governor's office reaches out, says they're drafting new HOA laws with my name on the bill. I tell them I'm no politician, just want my piece. The best moments are the quiet ones. A neighbor from Amarillo drives 4 hours just to say thanks. Leaves with a sticker and some pie. Sheriff swings by for a chat, says the town's rooting for me. But the memory lingers. Some fights leave scars even when you win. This land, it isn't just mine anymore. It's a line in the sand, a story for anyone pushed too far. One evening, a delivery truck pulls up. Kid with an HOA box reads the sign, sets the box down, and backs away slow. Smart kid. I toss the box into the fire pit. Dogs settle. The sign catches the moonlight, and for the first time in a long time, I breathe easy. So tell me, where do you draw the line? When is enough enough? Drop your thoughts below. Let's hear where you stand on land, on justice, on what it means to truly own a piece of freedom. It